I'm currently trapped in a long stay car park of the airport. I used the new Dubai Metro for the first time. I must say it's beautiful. 42 stations completed and built within something like 18 months. They're immaculate, the system works effortlessly. I must say I made a few mistakes, a few cultural faux pas whilst riding the Metro. The first one was that I went and happily sat myself down into the all women's area, and I had a lot of strange looks, and I was just like, why are people looking at me like that? What's their problem? Only to realise at my last stop, a lady said to me, she said, sorry sir, you're sitting in the all women's section. And I was like, okay, I didn't realise such a thing existed. So obviously I quickly removed myself from that cabin and went into the male section, or the mixed section. Then what I did is I got off at the wrong stop. I'm not actually sure what stop I was trying to get to, but I got off at the airport because I could see the hotel there, Le Méridien, and I figured I know where that is. That's not far from where I'm staying, and I figured if I get off here I can get there relatively easily and then walk back. And what I found myself is I've been walking around in circles, trapped in car parks, trapped inside the terminal's departure labyrinth of escalators and moving walkways. Quite amazing set of infrastructure, to be honest. But to get where I could see, and I can still see the hotel, but yet there is a network of tunnels and highways between me and said hotel. So I'm going to see if I can do it. And on the way, as we know here, I love derive. I love it when I get off at the wrong stop and we go on to a little bit of an unplanned adventure, seeing any new architectural sites. And one thing I've got, which is right here, is a beautiful mosque. So take some pictures of that.
Oh, the pressure's on to be, and you're calling out to leave. And do you know it's a song?
Big fan of mosques, generally. I think they're absolutely beautiful, and I've visited some stunning ones. My only issue is with them is the lack of access that's allowed. Very often these mosques you even need to book an appointment to go in if you're not of the Islamic faith. And it's not somewhere where I can just sort of freely walk into and have a sit down, or just even enjoy the contemplative space, or enjoy the architecture, unless it's a kind of tourist destination. So I'm not going to go and step on any more cultural faux pas by just suddenly inviting myself in just yet. Brilliant. So I can see Le Méridien in front of me. That is the hotel that I was looking for. That is my landmark. And when I get orientated around that, I should be able to effortlessly walk back to the villa. Let's see what happens. I've done it! There's the hotel. There is my landmark, Choi Thrams. I know exactly where I am. I know where I'm going. Success. Very, very pleased that I'm not going to spend the night wandering around dual carriageways, lost, trying to get out of the airport. So if I see anything more interesting, I'll let you know. So I must say actually that there's always a sense of fulfillment in getting lost in a city. I often do what's called a derive, which is a sort of a random wandering into a new city, where I just kind of go onto the train, get off somewhere random and get out and have a look and see what I can explore. And for me, I often find that this is the most interesting way to explore a city. Sometimes it can be a waste of time. Sometimes you can end up looking at total nonsense. But what you do end up doing is building up quite a good psychology, a mental map of the city that you're exploring. Like just now, all these pieces are fitted in. I kind of feel like I know a little bit more about the city. I know a little bit more about how the whole place fits together. And then you can go and look at maps, or look on Google Maps and kind of understand it from its plan, and just start stitching together the mental imagery of a city with the cartography that you can look. And it really helps you understand how a city is put together, and you start to examine and see the transition point between one area to another area. So So for example here, just walking from the airport and all the infrastructure that's involved there, you know, there's a lot of highways, dual carriageways, car parks, and then coming into the residential area here, Al Gahoud, it's now cemented in my mind. I know how it works. And again, if I'm going to be here for any lengthy period of time, this part of learning a city is essential. And anybody who's gone and lived in a new place, you would have got lost. And you know, it's those moments of getting lost and the confusion and the fear that actually makes you feel very comfortable in a city, and actually provides a foundation for really enjoying a city and feeling like you know it. So.
What we talk